This coming week, the House will be in session from Monday through Thursday. We'll have our first House calendar on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. Monday, March 27th, we'll be convening at 2 o'clock p.m., and on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we'll be on the House floor starting at 10 o'clock a.m. For those of you who are interested in watching the House floor or committee hearings, you can find the link to watch live by going to www.house.texas.gov/video-audio. The House Committee on State Affairs will meet on Monday for a formal vote on 12 House bills that have been previously heard in the committee. State Affairs will additionally meet on Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. or upon adjournment of the House to hear testimony on bills on broadband, the grid, and other topics. This past week, I laid out my first bill of the session in the House Licensing and Administrative Procedures Committee. House Bill 3407, the I. Beth Gary Act, is a personal bill that arose from a tragedy when a constituent was killed in an automobile accident. Currently, there's no requirement for entities licensed under the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, TDLR, to carry commercial auto liability coverage, even though these entities use vehicles primarily in a commercial capacity when they work. House Bill 3407 seeks to make commercial automobile insurance mandatory as part of the insurance requirements for individuals licensed under the TDLR for individuals who primarily use commercial vehicles in their line of work to travel to and from job sites. The insurance protection protects victims in the unfortunate event that they're involved in an accident, but also protects licensed plumbers from excess judgment amounts recovered from lawsuits arising out of accident claims similar to what occurred in the Gary matter. In last week's Capitol Update, I addressed the importance of our public education system. For this week's legislative priority, I'll discuss the need for strong border security efforts in the state of Texas. The federal government has failed in its job of securing our border, which has resulted in a humanitarian crisis. Fentanyl is killing Texans daily. Landowners are experiencing illegal trespassing and property damages, and a plague of human trafficking and drug smuggling is affecting our communities. As your state representative, I'm committed to supporting bold and innovative solutions to enhance our border security operations. This session, Speaker Phelan and the Texas House are prioritizing the following bills to address this multifaceted issue. First, House Bill 6. It increases the penalty for manufacturing or delivering less than 1 gram of fentanyl to a third-degree felony. This increases the punishment from a 5-year to a 10-year maximum sentence. House Bill 800 cracks down on human smuggling by increasing the mandatory minimum sentence for such convictions to 10 years in prison, requiring a person who is convicted of running a stash house to serve a minimum of 5 years. The bill also allows that person to be charged with a third-degree felony, punishable by up to 10 years for any additional offenses committed. House Bill 20 creates a border protection unit which would be housed under the Texas Department of Public Safety and directed by a chief appointed by the governor. The unit would be responsible for recruiting and hiring individuals with prior experience from border regions around the state. And lastly, House Bill 7 would establish the Legislative Border Safety Oversight Committee, which would guide the state's safety policies and provide oversight over the Border Protection Unit. The 10-member committee would consist of the Lieutenant Governor, Speaker, and 4 members from each chamber. Additionally, the bill would create a fund to compensate residents living in border communities for property damages that result from illegal crossings and smuggling. As always, my staff and I are available for any questions you may have on bills or the legislative process. You can contact our office at 512-463-0526. I'd also encourage you to follow us on Facebook for regular updates at Representative David Spiller. Thanks again. It's an honor to represent you in the Texas House.